I was married for 14 years to my three children's father, and we were active in the church throughout, and we were just not able to hold the relationship together. And so when my oldest was 13, and my daughter was 11, and my baby was 10, we divorced. And just like Sister Hill was saying, there's a lot of work that has to go into figuring out how to be single again after being married for a while. And unfortunately, I was ill prepared for that. And the loneliness set in, and I made some classic mistakes. And I realized after making those mistakes that I really needed to take some time for me and rebuild me to become the person that I wanted to be with later in life. And that for me looked a little bit like not doing anything with singles, kind of pulling myself back for a little bit, going through a lot of therapy, really taking time to bridge that kind of dark spot between who I wanted to be and, where I actually was. And then as time went on, and as the kids got a little age on them, I felt a little bit more comfortable going out. And the one thing that I realized is we all are very different. How we heal, whether we're single because we've never been married, or because our spouse has passed, or because of divorce. It's all very different. And I have learned through participating in the singles programs that we have to be patient with one another, and that our situations, while they're very different, they all have a lot of similarities to them. And so some of my best friends have become those people that I have met through the singles program. I am currently single, and it is amazing to me the support that some areas get with the programs. And it's our responsibility, or our choice, or I think it's our obligation to figure out those areas that are thriving and try and communicate with that tribe, so to speak. That's what I call everybody, is my tribe, where they can be my support system, because we do have like values and we want to be there to support one another. So the thing that I really wanted to kind of hone in on is, in those singles activities, it's important for us to not feel like we have to participate in all of them. Find those things that are important to us, that kind of fill us back up from the emptiness and the sadness and those types of things, until we are whole and healthy again, so that we can be our best selves and like fill that gap. Like I said, I was really inspired by that, what Sister Hill was saying about filling that gap, that dark spot between where we want to be. So I feel like it's important for us to make sure that we're doing things by ourselves, that we're going to activities that are planned. Some of those activities can be ones where we are spiritually fed. Some of those activities can be ones where we're hanging out and, going to a lake, or going bowling, or any of the fun things that we enjoy doing. We can create those activities as well. We don't have to sit back and wait for someone else to come up with that, or the church sponsored activities or whatever. Those are things we can do on our own. And to me, that has how I have had the most success. Of course, after doing my own personal healing, feeling more a part of the group in the church again is through single activities. While there might not be a lot of single people in my congregation or my ward, there are still people that I can call on, and they are there to help me. My children are all grown and gone now, and while they support mom in her singleness, I have learned that there are plenty of married people throughout our ward that love me and care about me and want me to be happy. And it's not just people that have been assigned to love me or help me. Some of the stories that I want to talk about as far as feeling loved and included were when, my children didn't have a father in the home. I had a home teacher that he just loved me where I was. Sorry, I also get emotional when I talk about my little angels. He just loved me where I was. If I was sad, he would come over and be sad with me. If I was happy, he would be happy with me. And if I just needed him to listen, he would listen. And I think this kind of was really important to me, because I've learned now, sorry for being so emotional, I've learned now that when I feel inspired to talk to somebody, even if it's just to say hi, or I notice that they have on a dress that they look super great in, or a man that has, a new hairstyle or something like that. When I feel inspired to speak to them, I do, because I know how important it was to me to have that backup, if you will, that loving hand of just worship. Like, I'm here for you. However you need me to be here, I'm here. And if that could start a conversation, that was perfect. And I'm very grateful for that home teacher that helped me kind of find my way back to Jennifer again. And now I see through my singles group that I spend a lot of time with, on the phone with, and that kind of thing, because they're all up and down the East Coast. But the thing I enjoy most is we do call and check on each other, and we have become each other's families. And that's really important. We don't have to be married in the church. We want to be, and for whatever reason, we're not. And that's okay. And it's okay if we never are, but we do need to be there for one another. And that's the beauty in the programs, and each of us individually doing our part to express our love to each of our single brothers and sisters. And that's really the message I wanted to share with everybody this evening.